Have you ever felt like your body is trying to tell you something that goes beyond medicine or ordinary logic? Maybe that sudden insomnia, the goosebumps for no reason, or even the inexplicable exhaustion are not just passing symptoms, but clear signs that your soul is awakening. Today, you will discover the 10 surprising signs that the body manifests during a spiritual awakening. Some of them may seem strange, others may even be scary, but they all carry profound messages that can change the way you understand your journey. Stay until the end, because the last sign is the most subtle, and many people only realize it when they are already in the middle of the transformation. Over the next few minutes, you will know 10 signs that your body may be exhibiting as you go through a spiritual awakening. These signs are often ignored or misunderstood, but they carry deep meaning in your spiritual journey. Before we explore these signs, remember, while this information can be enlightening, it is critical to approach it with discernment. Your well-being is a priority, and any persistent or worrying symptoms should always be discussed with healthcare professionals. Now let's embark on this exploration of the intricate language that your body speaks when your spirit begins to awaken. Are you ready to decipher these messages? Before we dive into the signs, let's clarify what we mean by spiritual awakening. In essence, it is a shift in consciousness, a process in which you begin to question the reality you knew and seek a deeper understanding of yourself and the universe. It is a path of letting go of old beliefs, patterns, and identities to reveal your authentic self. However, spiritual awakenings are often misinterpreted. They are not necessarily serene moments of enlightenment accompanied by angelic choirs. In reality, they can be messy, confusing, and even physically challenging. And that's exactly where your body comes in. You may wonder, why would a spiritual process affect my physical body? The answer lies in the holistic nature of being. Their physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects are deeply interconnected. When one of them undergoes a significant transformation, the others respond together. Your body, as dense and tangible as it may seem, is in essence energy in motion. During a spiritual awakening, the frequency of this energy often changes. Your body then works to align with these new vibrations, which can lead to various physical manifestations. It is important to remember, each journey is unique. You may experience some, all, or none of these signs. There is no single formula for spirituality. The first sign manifests as sudden and often dramatic changes in your energy levels. You may feel exhausted one moment, wanting to take a long nap, and suddenly, without explanation, be full of vitality and ready to conquer the world. These fluctuations are not random. Often they indicate that your energy body is recalibrating, adjusting to higher frequencies. It's like updating a computer's operating system. There are moments of shutdown and reboot. When fatigue arrives, it may be a sign that the body is asking for rest, to integrate new energies and release old ones. Unexpected surges of energy, on the other hand, can be invitations to channel your vitality into creative projects or spiritual practices. How to deal with it? Honor these changes. If you're tired, rest without guilt. If you are energized, direct that force to something that feeds your soul. Drink plenty of water as it helps to conduct these new energies. Grounding practices, such as walking barefoot on grass or hugging a tree, can stabilize your energy. Remember, these changes, while sometimes inconvenient, are temporary. They guide you toward a new balance. By respecting these ebbs and flows, you actively participate in your spiritual evolution. The second sign involves a perceptible intensification of the senses. You may notice that the lights appear brighter, the sounds louder, and the textures more striking. It is as if someone has turned up the volume of their sensory perception. This heightened sensitivity happens because your energy field is expanding. As you become more receptive to the subtle energies, your physical senses will also sharpen. It is as if you are beginning to perceive beyond the veil of ordinary reality. While fascinating, this can also be challenging. Crowded places can suddenly become unbearable, and certain sounds, which previously went unnoticed, can now be very annoying. Create a space of refuge in your home with soothing colors, calming scents, and silence. When you're away, noise-canceling headphones can help. The practice of mindfulness teaches you to observe sensations without being overwhelmed by them. In the end, this expanded sensitivity, when well worked, can generate deep insights and a greater appreciation for the richness of your surroundings. The third sign may arise as a spontaneous process of physical detoxification. It can manifest itself in the form of unusual digestive problems, rashes, or even flu-like symptoms. While uncomfortable, these reactions often indicate a deep cleansing on multiple levels. Just as you let go of old beliefs and emotional burdens, the body also releases stored toxins, whether physical pollutants or energy waste from past experiences. It is as if the body is performing a spring cleaning, creating space for higher vibrations. Prefer a natural diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Cut back on processed foods, alcohol, and caffeine. Drink plenty of water, which is essential in this purification process. Practices such as dry brushing, Epsom salt baths, or sauna can stimulate the lymphatic system. Energy therapies, Reiki, acupuncture, healing sounds can also help. Remember, this purification phase is temporary. By taking good care of your body during this time, you facilitate a deep reset that paves the way for more health and well-being, physical, emotional, and spiritual. The fourth sign involves noticeable changes in your sleep pattern. You may find yourself waking up at 3 a.m. for no apparent reason, or, on the other hand, needing to sleep much more than usual. In addition, dreams can become vivid and intense, almost surreal. Although frustrating, these changes are often associated with moments of strong spiritual transformation. In many traditions, the period between 2 and 4 a.m. is considered spiritually special, when the veil between dimensions becomes thinner. Your vigil at these times can be an invitation to meditation or contemplation. Excessive sleepiness, on the other hand, may indicate that much of its energy is being redirected to internal processes, just as the caterpillar needs rest in its cocoon before emerging as a butterfly. Establish a peaceful sleep routine with inspirational reading, calming scents, or gentle yoga. Avoid screens before bed. Keep your room clean and comfortable. Write down your dreams in a diary. They often bring messages from the unconscious or even from spiritual planes. See these changes not as disturbances, but as sacred windows, moments of accelerated growth and connection to your inner world. The fifth sign can manifest as mysterious body aches with no apparent physical cause. Head, neck, shoulders, and back are common places where this discomfort can arise. From a spiritual perspective, these pains can be a reflection of energetic blockages. When higher frequencies penetrate your system, they encounter these blockages, generating pressure and pain. It's like water trying to pass through a clogged pipe. Some examples: pressure on the forehead between the eyebrows can signal the expansion of your intuition, third eye. Throat discomfort may indicate the need to express your truth. Back pain can represent old emotional burdens that you are ready to release. How to deal with it? Gentle movements such as yoga, tai chi, or qigong help release stagnant energy. Acupuncture or acupressure can relieve specific areas. Therapy or energy healing helps in the emotional release linked to pain. Important, persistent or severe pain should always be evaluated by a doctor. Once the physical causes have been ruled out, you can investigate the spiritual dimensions with more peace of mind. The sixth sign is one of the most characteristic, spontaneous goosebumps or chills, which arise unrelated to the cold or ordinary emotions. They often coincide with moments of great spiritual significance, when you hear a profound truth, when you are in the presence of a heightened energy, or when you receive guidance from your own soul or spirit guides. These sensations act as a confirmation, the body saying, "Pay attention, this is important." They are small reminders that you are aligning with your spiritual path. Whenever you feel these goosebumps, stop for a moment and reflect. What was happening at that moment? Write down in a journal the situations in which this occurs. Over time, you may notice patterns. These signs are, in essence, your body's language confirming your attunement to higher truths. The seventh sign involves sudden changes in temperature in the body, unrelated to the environment. You may experience hot flashes or suddenly unexpected chills. In many spiritual traditions, heat is associated with the ascension of Kundalini energy, a transformative force that is born at the base of the spine and rises toward the top of the head. Chills, on the other hand, can indicate the presence of spiritual energies or the opening of higher centers, such as the upper chakras. When you notice these fluctuations, breathe deeply and visualize roots growing from your feet into the earth. This helps stabilize the energy. Drink plenty of water, as it acts as a conductor, distributing energy better throughout the body. These changes, even strange ones, are signs that your body is adjusting to new spiritual frequencies. The eighth sign can be scary, heart palpitations or a feeling of pressure in the chest. It is essential that these symptoms are evaluated by a doctor to rule out any cardiovascular problem. But in the spiritual context, these sensations are usually linked to the opening of the heart chakra. This energy center, related to love and compassion, may be undergoing a profound transformation. You may be releasing old emotional wounds, learning to love more authentically, or connecting to the universal energy of compassion. Practice deep, rhythmic breathing. Place your hand over your heart and breathe slowly, imagining light and love entering your breath. Chest-opening yoga postures such as the supported fish or gentle push-ups can relieve pressure. Crystals such as rose quartz or green aventurine can bring comfort. Wear them in meditation or as jewelry near the heart. Your heart, physical and energetic, is precious. Treat him with patience and kindness as he adapts to this expansion. The ninth sign takes our attention beyond the physical, synchronicities. These are coincidences full of meaning, which seem to go beyond common logic. You may start to repeatedly see certain numbers, symbols, or find people and situations at the exact moment you need to. Often, your body reacts to these occurrences with a chill, a palpitation in your stomach, or a hot flush in your chest, as if it were a sign of confirmation. It's the universe winking at you, saying, "You're on the right track." These synchronicities act as reminders that there is much more to reality than meets the eye. And the fact that you are aware of these signs is already proof that your consciousness is expanding. Whenever you experience a synchronicity, stop and observe. What were you thinking or feeling at the moment? Write down in a journal these experiences, including your physical reactions and intuitions about what they might mean. Over time, you may notice patterns that reveal deep guidance. Synchronicities are invitations to co-create with the universe while remaining open and responsive to the flow of life. The 10th sign is perhaps the most subtle, but also the most transformative, an inexplicable sense of knowing. It is not intellectual knowledge, but a deep, instinctive understanding that arises suddenly. You can, without warning, grasp a complex concept, predict an event, or grasp someone's true intentions beyond words. This knowing is usually accompanied by physical sensations, a heat in the solar plexus, a tingling in the back of the neck, or an expansion in the chest. These bodily signals are messages from your intuition, that inner compass that connects you to universal wisdom. During spiritual awakening, this faculty becomes clearer and more reliable. Create quiet moments in your day. Meditation, even if brief, strengthens the connection with this inner knowing. Walking in nature away from the daily noise also helps to clear perceptions. Pay attention to first impressions about people and situations before the rational mind begins to analyze. Write uncensored in a journal. Insights often come up that you didn't even know you had. Trusting these instincts is key. This knowing is a gift of awakening which can guide your choices clearly. After exploring the 10 signs of spiritual awakening in the body, we come to the crucial step: integration. This is the process of bringing all these experiences and perceptions into everyday life, transforming them into practical wisdom. Integration means finding balance. After all, you are not only spirit, but also body, living in a physical world. Simple activities such as gardening, cooking, pottery, or any manual labor can help anchor the higher energies on the material plane. It is easy to be enchanted by extraordinary spiritual phenomena, but true growth often happens in the ordinary: how you treat your family, how you do your work, how you deal with strangers. These are the real tests of your expanding consciousness. Organize your space to adapt to new sensibilities. Set boundaries with people or situations that drain your energy. Surround yourself with elements that nourish your soul: music, art, nature, or silence. An experienced spiritual mentor can offer clarity and perspective. Communities of people who live similar experiences help you share and validate your process. And above all, be patient and compassionate with yourself. Spiritual awakening is not linear. There will be days of light and days of doubt, and both are part of the journey. Your body, with all its sensations and signs, is not separate from your spiritual journey. He is a sacred instrument, a constant messenger between the physical and spiritual worlds. By listening to him carefully, you honor his entire existence. True awakening is not about perfection, but about wholeness, learning to navigate the human experience with all its complexities without losing sight of its greater purpose. So, treat your body like the temple that it is. Nourish it, listen to it, and allow it to guide you. Thus, you not only recognize the signs of awakening, but you fully embody them. And now reflect: have you experienced any of these signs? How has your body guided your spiritual journey? Leave it in the comments. Your experience could be the light someone else needs. A word of caution: these signs can indicate spiritual growth, but they can also point to medical conditions. Always prioritize your health and consult professionals in the area if there are any doubts. This content is in addition to, but not a substitute for, medical advice. If this content has brought value to you, subscribe to the channel for more videos on spiritual growth and self-discovery. Also explore the other videos to further expand your inner knowledge.